Oh, champ. Run up these likes, yo, gang. Academics done got swatted for the second time ever, gang. Last time, bro, got swatted, it was nasty. I ain't gonna lie. Let me put that back on the screen. We gonna get this thing bigger, true, don't worry. We gonna get it bigger, pause. If you watching this, champs, this is nasty work. So Rock Nation and them got Academics swatted not too long ago, gang. Yeah, man, we got the whole clip, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with these people, gang. Y'all gotta stop playing with Rock Nation like they something to play with. Champ, these is billionaires, champ. Y'all thought they was sweet. Y'all keep playing, people gonna keep getting swatted, champ. So Academics is minding his business, doing his content. Next thing you know, the SWAT team show up, gang. Yeah. This SWAT team shows up and things get nasty. Listen, if you ain't hit the like, you need to hit the like right now. Yes, the man got no suit on because I'm running circles around these YouTube streets. You heard? Let's do it all, champ. Take a look.
A little psyop sent by the ops. Gotta respect it. You can't clown Desiree Perez for getting a stalker and not expect the police to show up to think that you shot 10 people in the crib.
Hold on.
So it is what it is. I'm back. Chat, it's, nasty warfare, It's a little nasty warfare.
You think this is something to play with? Let's get to the SWATs. Hold on. I think this is the SWAT. There we go. Right here.
You heard it here first.
Let's go.
Well, you need to block that somebody, Ray. Okay, because Rock Nation, who I work for, allegedly, replied to that commentary by posting in their story, album done, in air quotes, fake news. Okay, there is a part of me that wishes Rock Nation didn't even do that, because in a lot of ways, things like that are validation for the Ray Daniels of the world. And that's really why I'm doing this donkey this morning. See, nobody cares about having a voice that has actual value. People only care about going viral by any means. Okay, I know Ray is loving this attention. Okay, this is what these guys do this for. They don't care about being right. They don't care about having credibility. They just care about attention. They just care about being acknowledged. But I'm here to tell you, that's not sustainable. Okay.
Swatted, Chad. Swatted. I'm sorry. Oh my God. All right.
We enjoy Flacco's YouTube channel,
which I've told him multiple times. It's irresponsible. Like this lie.
Bro got swatted, champ. Nasty work. Yo, so got swatted while I guess he was talking crazy about Rock Nation or whatever. So they sent the SWATs. I ain't gonna lie, gang. This ain't a battle y'all want, man. Y'all gotta realize who y'all up against, man. They got too much leverage. I ain't gonna lie. Too much leverage. Now, I ain't on anybody's side, per se. I'm not a Rock Nation person. I'm a Jay-Z fan, but I'm not a Rock Nation person. Like, I've been listening to Jay-Z since I was a toddler, champ. You feel me? But I ain't no Rock Nation anything, per se. I'm not on nobody's side. I don't care about these guys. But you playing with billionaires, man. They gonna play with you. I ain't gonna lie, man. They gonna play with you, champ. Let's continue.
Telling about mustard. That's a bad lie.
Is it a lie? Well, let's get back to homie. Uncle Alert is crazy. Somebody sent that Uncle Alert is wild work. Y'all Uncle Alerting the man is wild. How you gonna Uncle Alert the man you older than the man? That's kind of wild. But back to Academics, man.
You gotta respect it. You can't clown Desiree Perez for getting a stalker and not expect the police to show up to think that you shot 10 people in the crib. So it is what it is. I'm back. Chat, it's, nasty warfare, It's a little nasty warfare. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. They were cool, though. I'll be honest. I don't want to give nobody no ideas. This is the first time I got swatted and I wasn't put in cuffs and thrown in the back of a car. So, I think they kind of know. They claim they called me a couple of times, I'm going to follow up with them. And, we had people try to swat me like every day or every other day. Well, whenever I'm streaming. And me and my police department had like a really good relationship. They claim that they switched to some new shit. But I'll holler at them to try to make sure that's not a thing. Or try as much as you can. Because, when they get a call saying, yo, there's like 5 niggas shot up in the crib. Like, They got multiple calls, actually. One of the calls was
Bro thinks he's safe because he's getting swatted. Let me remind you that you're not safe, gang. You was never safe. Yo, let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? You was never safe, bro. Who told you that you were safe getting swatted? You're actually in a very dangerous predicament. Because if somebody says the wrong thing, you can end up in a certain type of situation. You know, maybe the hospital. Or somewhere with a lot of dirt, perhaps, maybe. Who wants to go somewhere surrounded by dirt? That's not a place that anyone should go, champ. I'm just saying. You don't want to go there, though. Okay? But you taking this light, champ. Listen, man. It can only be one of few people doing these swattings, gang. I'm just going to be real. It only could be, you know, one of many people doing these swattings. But if you keep talking crazy, champ, they're going to keep playing these games. Salute to the homie What's the Dirt, man, who did a video on Drake's battle with Rock Nation and Jay-Z's evil plot on Drake and all that, or what have you. Listen, we know why it's smoke, man. We understand why it's smoke. It's always been smoke. It was smoke before the battles. As a matter of fact, the reason that the battles happened in the first place might have been Jay-Z, champ, right? All the Jay-Z's little homies, like Pusha T and Kenny and all them. Then attack. Listen, it is what it is, though. You know, all is fair in war, right? All is fair in war. Let's get to some comments, though, because I see y'all with the comments. I'm gonna get to y'all in just a second, man. Let's get to the comments. All right, let's get to that, gang. This is nuts. All right, Baby Maddie says Akademiks talks like he's from Toronto with that fake Toronto sounding accent, and I know that because I live an hour away from Toronto. You might have a point, but he's also Jamaican. You might have a point, but he's also Jamaican, but he does wear Canadian chain. I ain't gonna lie. Shorty Nick says facts. That ish can go left in a hurry. LOL. Yeah, listen, as a person that's been arrested quite a few times like myself, I'm gonna tell you it ain't the safest thing in the world, champ. Listen, there was one time before I got arrested, I was really about to scrap with the police. I ain't gonna lie, I was really about to fight. I was this close, gang. I ain't gonna lie, I was this close, champ. You heard? I was this close. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, champ. Listen, man. Madness. You know what I'm saying? Madness. And this guy says he has a good relationship with his police department. Well, guess who doesn't have a good relationship, champ? Me, champ. Yeah, the mayor don't got a good relationship with the police, gang, by the way. Yeah. I believe Gotham should be a damn free-for-all. How's that, huh? How's that, huh, champ? Yo, listen. Do the man a favor. If you ain't hit the like. I'm on a run. I just did. You know what's crazy? I was about to upload a video before I even did this live. I just finished editing the video, and the next thing I saw, it said, Akademiks got swatted during his live stream. I said, again? A second time? What happened this time? Well, this time they ain't put cuffs on, bro. They was a little lenient. But even the SWAT team being lenient is a rare occasion, if I'm being real. It ain't all the time the SWAT's gonna be lenient. They gonna come in kicking doors down and all that. You heard? They gonna come in like commando, champ. Might pop out through the roof or something. You heard? Like for real. I'm just saying, gang. But let's continue. Yeah. Let's keep this thing going here.
You know me. But they get a call. They're like just trying to secure shit. She's obviously traumatized. I don't know if she's ever been in cuffs. Like it's. So I feel bad, but. So I said I try to keep my house like a war zone. You know what I mean? Like I feel bad that she's even here for this, because now it's like burned in our memory that Joe fucking got put in cuffs at Axe place. So yeah, I was trying to apologize to her for that. It's all good.
Listen, gang. You drinking alcohol at 3 p.m. on Wednesday is nasty work too. I ain't gonna lie, gang. 3 p.m. on a Wednesday is crazy, man. Imagine sipping drink. Matter of fact, it's 4 p.m. where he at. I'm wildin'. On a Wednesday, bro. And that's anything between Hennessy, Tito's, and one time he mixed Diet Coke with what's that 1982 Don Julio. This guy says he mixed goddamn Coke Zero or Diet Coke with 1982 Don Julio. That's disgusting. Absolutely atrocious. You're nasty, man. You're nasty for that. I ain't gonna hold you. You're wilding. You heard? You're bugging out. By the way, just saying.
Teens pointed at you. You're not having a good day till then. Okay. Nevertheless, that was to throw us off track. We still have things to discuss. And unfortunately for those people, I don't plan on switching up the agenda even still. Again, I do want to also thank my local police department. Trust me, I know they came through, whatever. They didn't really even kick down this door, right? Well, obviously they can't kick my... Well, I guess they could kick the door down. But they were like knocking. They were just shouting heavy. But yeah, they didn't come on this camera with guns. You didn't see no guns or anything, right? I turned on the light in here and...
Nah, we ain't see no guns. That's why the stream is still up. If they seen any guns, champ, trust me, this whole stream would have been taken down a long time ago. We ain't see no blicks, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, no blicks was used in the making of this production, champ. Thankfully. Alright, that's the last thing we need to see. Alright, that's the last thing we need, champ. Yeah. There's no blicks. Lucky for you. You heard? 40 East Trill says that's facts, but not gonna lie. If the SWAT crashed my crib, I would have to roll up something afterwards. Well, he just took a sip of something, so low-key, that's like the high-calorie equivalent of rolling up, champ. You know, taking a sip or a swig of alcohol, champ. Yeah, that's like, the high-calorie version of rolling up. Feel me? It is. You heard? Let's continue.
They had to make sure the room was clear, but... They figured I was on live.
Hold on. EM in the chat says, goodness, champ, you rushed to report this, huh? Well, you rushed to wet my pants, too. By the way, yeah, you rushed to wet my pants. Did you know that, champ? See, I'm on BS today. I'm glad you said that. Thanks for saying that, champ. Listen, while your mother is outside working the blade hard for your Wi-Fi to stay on to listen to me, you wet my pants in the process. You try to do the same thing your mother did to pay the Wi-Fi bill. Ain't that crazy, gang? Oh, champ. Let me reintroduce myself, champ. I am the real New York mayor, the voice of Gotham. It's me. Do you know who you playing with? Don't say nothing crazy to me, Nick. I'm really him, champ. I'm a demon, champ. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm really that person, champ. So if you want to be petty, I could be pettier. By the way. Play with something safe. It's not me, champ. But let's continue. Oh, champ.
You know me. But they get a call. They're like just trying to secure shit. She's obviously traumatized. I don't know if she's ever been in cuffs. Like it's... So I feel bad, but... So I said, I try to keep my house like a war zone. You know what I mean? Like I feel bad that she's even here for this. Because now it's like burned in our memory that I fucking got put in cuffs at Axe place. So yeah, I was trying to apologize to her for that.
Come on, bro. 4 p.m., champ. You're sipping. Listen, I think the only reason Ack ain't panicking is because that drink is pretty much making him feel good, champ. I think that the alcohol is balancing him out. Pause. That's how I feel about the situation, bro. The drink is making him feel calm. Now, that's not a commonality, but for someone that drinks as much as this guy, like, bro, I done seen Ack sip a lot over, like, the last 4 years, bro. Like, maybe 5 years going on. There was a certain point where he wasn't even drinking like that. It just randomly became a thing. Not gonna lie. At least to public knowledge. At least to public knowledge, that is. You heard? But who the hell gonna ask me why I rushed to make this, man? Why you ain't make the video, champ? Why you don't do content? How about you go record your mother on the blade and make content out of it so you can make some extra money and don't depend on her to make the money? How about that? You never thought about that, have you, champ? You never thought about recording your mother working that block for content? That's crazy, champ. You should start doing that. I'm giving you content ideas for free. Now you owe me, champ. You owe me one. Not gonna lie. But let's proceed.
Yes, they could kick the door down, but they were like knocking. They were just shouting heavy. But yeah, they didn't come on. They didn't come on this camera with guns. You didn't see no guns or anything, right? I turned on the light in here, and they had to make sure the room was clear. But they figured I was on live stream. Yeah. God damn. Does everybody go through this? You can't sue the police. They got, I think the calls are coming like maybe possibly international. Like they have ways on how they make SWAT calls, right? So they're like, hey, there's a shooting that just started at this residence. They have to respond. Now, my police department said they try to reach out, but they must have a different number for me recently. But anyway.
Yeah,
you can't blame the police department for responding to a
sip that. Don't pump fake the sip, champ. You an alcoholic, ain't you, champ? Don't pump fake. You just pump fake the sip, champ. Drink the goddamn alcohol, gang. You pump. Look at the pump fake. Look, watch. Look.
You can't blame.
Bro ain't even sip that, man. What you trying? No, champ. I didn't see a sip, champ.
Anyway. You can't blame.
Son, pump. Yo, I never see the nigga pump. You know how drunk you gotta be to pump fake the sip? Oh, champ. Bro just pump fake. Yo, bro, I ain't never in my lifetime seen somebody pump fake the sip. That's different. Bro, pump fake the swig is crazy. I've never seen these things. Man, he kissed the cup, basically. He smooched the cup, gang. That's crazy. Oh, champ. I am Casmo says police don't call, they show up. That's also true. That is also a fact, man. Absolutely insane. Oh man, yeah, this nasty work. I ain't gonna lie, gang. Word too, man. Oh, champ. What are we doing? What are we doing? Wild work. Look at it.
You can't blame the police department for responding to a potential shooting. They don't know what's a SWAT. They don't know if I'm streaming. They don't know whatever. They know me, but they just, they still got to take precautions. They also, when they pull my address up, it says that, this local precinct authorized me to have 50 guns. So it's like they know there's hella weapons in the house. They got to come through with the ARs. They got to go try to, check the house. And last time the chief of police came out and or like, I don't know, the head guy at the police station, I guess. I don't know if he's chief of police. And he was like, he apologized because I ain't gonna lie, they threw my ass in cuffs. They just threw me in the back on some neon shit. Like, they get the fuck in the back. And at that point, they cleared the house and they realized that it was a fake call. And then they were like, hey, we apologize. We clearly don't get a lot of swatting calls. We're a very small town. No one really calls in that type of stuff. We clearly know you have an audience. We should work with you that we could try to mitigate these things that people aren't doing this all the time.
You can't mitigate when it's done by Rock Nation, champ. If Rock Nation are the ones responsible for the swatting, champ, what can you do about this? What can be done? What can be done, gang?
And that was about like 6-7 months ago. I was on video when that happened. But yeah, it's okay. I feel incredibly bad for the young woman who's here. Yeah. She's like distraught. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel bad for the young woman that's here. Listen, man. I don't think that you paid her to be swatted. That wasn't in your kink, was it, champ? Your kink wasn't getting a chick swatted and paying for it now, was it, champ? Was it, champ? I don't think that was your intent, champ. Man Dog says this is a message that shows someone has his exact address, by the way. I mean, it's kind of easy. You can honestly see anybody's address in the world, like ever. If you know somebody's full name, there's a high chance you can probably find their address. Like anybody, a celebrity, it doesn't matter who it is, celebs. Remember Kim K got robbed and tied up out there in Europe. Remember that? Remember when Kim K got robbed by some robbers in her hotel in a penthouse suite? Kim K got robbed, gang. Yeah. Listen, that's just to let you know that anybody can be touched. Alright? That's just to let you know anyone can be touched, especially if they're not prepared. If you're unprepared, unaware, and you could just be caught lacking, it could be anybody, bro. It don't matter who it is. It could be the richest person ever, man. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? This is the fact.
Crying and stuff like that. That's why I stepped off camera again. At this point, I'm like, I'm used to it. I'm a streamer, so I'm like, swatting? Okay, all right, let's go. Let's do our thing. Let's come back. But not everybody's used to it.
If I ever got swatted, you better hope I never find out who did it. If I ever got swatted, you better hope I never find out who did it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna. If that ever happened to me, I promise you, I better never find out who did it. Cause then there might be an actual reason to swat me. You feel what I'm saying? Like I might have to actually be swatted after I find out who did it. Not gonna lie, yeah. Then I might have to actually be swatted as a result, shit. By the way, I'm just saying, gang.
Being get down, handcuffs, that's not it's not fun, honestly, right? Clearly.
And it's not safe, man. Shorty Nicks just act playing a dangerous game thinking it's gonna go smooth when they come just cause it's him. LOL. Yo, listen, imagine okay, this is happening where you live at, right? Now suppose you are not home and you somewhere else. Them not the same police that you live amongst, Shane. You don't live amongst them cops. If this happens somewhere else in a different place, it might be a very different scenario, and you definitely getting put in handcuffs or worse, based on what the SWAT is being called for, Chan. Like based on the extremeness of the matter, Chan. Based on how severe the matter is appearing to be, is gonna determine how them police come through. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, they're gonna come through like commando, champ. You just gonna see a bunch of military boots stomping out your roof to get inside the crib, gang. You're gonna see a very large gentleman, all right, in tactical gear, just blow a hole through the roof of your room, champ. Yeah, he's just gonna come through like that. Like, it's gonna look like he shattered glass when he comes out of the ceiling. Not gonna lie. Like, bro's gonna come through the ceiling, and the ceiling is gonna shatter like glass. Like, it's not even gonna be like a real explosive sound. It's gonna sound like glass, champ, because that person in tactical gear is just gonna go straight through the ceiling, champ, and appear in your room with the AR. Like, for real, champ. I ain't gonna lie. You don't know how crazy the SWAT team is gonna come. Now, lucky for you, you kind of low-key got a relationship with the local police department. But had this been anywhere else, champ, woo, oh, champ, might have got nasty. I ain't gonna lie. But let's proceed.
And also, I have a shit ton of dogs, and a lot of times they might be out in the house. I don't want...
And they will definitely do something to that dog. Let's be for real, champ. Hey, gang. We all seen Lockdown, right? I hope everybody didn't see Lockdown. Lockdown is a terrible... Look, you know why Lockdown is such a terrible movie, but we all seen Lockdown, right? When they got... Yeah, man. They blitzed the dog, gang. They blitzed the dog, man, when they locked them guys up, man. The dog got caught in the blitz. Alright? Terrible, terrible movie. I don't recommend you go watch that movie. Just trust it, man. Don't watch that movie. If you ain't seen it already, don't see it. If you haven't seen it, you don't know about it, don't waste your time, champ. It's a very nasty movie, you heard? If you know, you know. Alright? For those of us that know, we good. Alright? Oh, champ. Mad Dog says relationship with the local police is nasty. Well, Akademiks isn't the cleanest guy ever, so I guess we have to say he's nasty, champ. I mean, homie is sipping drink at 4 p.m. on a Wednesday. Homie's already sipping dark liquor, gang. Word. But we already knew what type of activity he was into. And by the way, man, salute to everybody that joined. Make sure you smash the like. And if you hate the man, make sure you smash the like too. Let's proceed, gang.
The police trying to clear my house and fucking, yo, you shoot Pluto like, yo, we gotta crash out. Like, yo.
Hey, ain't gonna be no crashing out if Pluto gets sent to the upper room. Ain't gonna be no crashing out, champ. All dogs go to heaven, part 7. You heard? And salute to Pluto and all that. I'm not wishing anything bad on your dog. But yes, if the wrong police pop out for that SWAT call, champ, all dogs go to heaven. You heard? That's all I'm gonna say. Unfortunately, champ. Unfortunately, champ, we don't wish for your dog, your poor canine, to get caught in the blitz. But just in case, champ, you not gonna do a goddamn thing, champ. You said if Pluto got clapped, you was gonna crash out. How you gonna do that? Cause you and Pluto both going to the same place last I checked. Let's be realistic. Let's not get delusional off that drink. You know what I'm saying? Don't get delusional off the drink. Alright? Don't get delusional off the drink. If the goddamn SWAT team feels threatened, we know what's next to come, champ. I ain't gonna lie, gang. But hey, man, listen, you playing with Rock Nation. I already told y'all not to play with Rock Nation, man. Leave them people alone, man. Y'all trying to act tough online and all that, man. Listen, we talking about a billionaire entity right now. $1 billion entity. With some people that get dirty, man. Let's not forget so-and-so. Let me just say so-and-so, because this is so nasty, bro. So-and-so was with the cartel. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Y'all know who I'm talking about, who was with the cartel? And told on the cartel? Y'all know who I'm talking about? Oh, man. Listen. This is who he's playing with, by the way, just so you know.
Or like, I don't know, the head guy at the police station, I guess. I don't know if he's chief of police. And he was like, he apologized because I ain't gonna lie, they threw my ass in cuffs. They just threw me in the back on some knee.
Okay, guys, Pluto is not Future. We talking about his dog, Pluto, man. He got a dog named Pluto. Akademiks got a dog named Pluto. This is not Future Hendrix, gang. We not talking about Future, man. It's Pluto, Akademiks' dog, champ. By the way, I don't want nobody thinking, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about goddamn Hendrix. I'm not talking about Future. Not Future, champ.
You know, shit like, nigga, get the fuck in the back. And at that point, you know, they cleared the house and they realized that it was a fake call. And then they were like, hey, we apologize. You know, we clearly don't get a lot of swatting calls. We're a very small town. No one really calls in that type of stuff. We clearly know you have an audience. We should work with you that we could try to mitigate these things, that people aren't doing this all the time. And that was about like, but not everybody's used to being get down, handcuffs, That's not it's not fun, honestly, right? Clearly. And also, I have a shit ton of dogs, and a lot of times they might be out in the house. I don't want the police trying to clear my house and fucking.
Nadia, man.
So you shoot Pluto like, yo, we gotta crash out. Like
Nadine, I'm wilding. I said, nah. Salute to Nadine, man. Salute to the new subscribers as well, man. I see y'all. Yeah, man. This is this is ridiculous, champ. This is wild. Nadine, salute. Oh, champ.
yo. You know what I mean? Like, I can't have nobody try to almost kill my dogs. You know what I mean? My dogs is my dogs. Anyway, all right. You know,
there's nothing you can do. Yo, listen, in the case that they try to send your dogs to heaven and all that, I want you to know there's nothing you can do, champ. Because guess what? If the SWAT team feel threatened, they can legally put your dog in the blitz, my boy. That's just a fact. Unfortunately, they can do that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, they can do that. That's just what they can do, man. You feel me? That's just what they can do. You heard? Real talk. Daddy says Pluto is Mickey Mouse's dog's name. That's also a fact. You're not lying, champ. You're not lying at all. Oh, champ. Salute to Death is Karma. as well, man. Oh, champ. Yeah, this is wild work. But hey, listen, if you missed the stream, man, because I want to keep this short because my internet been wilding. I'm actually surprised that this stream actually lasted 30 plus minutes. I'm glad for that because my internet was bugging today. There's a lot of nonsense going on. But y'all still gonna get content. I got another video I'm about to drop. And listen, do the man a favor. You see the description? If you was in the old Gotham Discord, there is a new Discord. And it's been a new Discord. Right? There was an old beast Brazilian chick that I'm not gonna even reference right now that got my old Discord deleted. Alright? There's a real behemoth-sized Brazilian pretending to be black. They got my old Discord. Boom. Well, we got a new one. And the link is in the description, man. Join the new Discord now. You heard? ASAP. Also, we have the RP Gotham, the Republic of Gotham, the new channel with me and the homie Tough Stino. Very fire content. We're doing crazy numbers. We already almost got 1,000 subs already in a matter of 2 weeks. I need you to make sure you join that channel right now, but subscribe. Search RP Gotham, man. That's us. That's us, champ. Me and the homie Tough Stino. Fire content. We got more videos dropping. Make sure y'all subscribe to that too. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor. The one and only New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie. And you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. And you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. We got more content on the way. Y'all stay tuned for more. I'm up out of here, gang.